Hello and welcome everyone. Here we are back for some more Modern Monday. Today we're playing Grixis Control with Drown in the Loch. So today's list is a little interesting. It's a lot like the Mystic Sanctuary Sultai we played a couple weeks back. The idea is we have some pretty powerful cards, commands, drowns, cryptics, some forces, torrential hero, tassigers, Vendilion Click, alongside some bolts, pushes, and a surgical. We got some snares, we got some thought scours, and snapcaster mace to round it out. Also playing into the story. Idea is going to be to draw a bunch of cards, kill a bunch of our opponent's stuff, and eventually close out the game with Vendilion Click, Tassiger, or Torrential Gearhulk. Post board, we have another Vendilion Click, a Dispel, some rejections, some more surgicals, some more brutalities because burn is a problem. It's also good in the control mirror. We got some Plague Engineers, a Damnation, an Alpine Moon for the more irritating big mana decks, Anger of the Gods, and then we have Engineered Explosives to round out the deck. I'm excited. We've been liking Grixis a lot in Pioneer. Hoping we'll enjoy Grixis here in Modern as well. Alright, we're going to hop into some matches. Unfortunately, I tried to start recording this video yesterday. I was super exhausted, so I tried recording the first match, but I really couldn't stay awake, so I ended up conceding the match and going to bed. But hopefully we'll get it all recorded. I'm feeling much more energized tonight. So yeah, we're going to hop into some matches, and we'll be back in just a minute. Alrighty, this is an interesting hand. It's a little slow. Drown in the Loch, not necessarily going to be very good unless they activate it for us right now. But Command and Cryptic are both really, really powerful cards. Kolaghan's Command, that is. Cryptic is obviously also a command. So we're going to keep it. Also being on the draw means we have a couple looks at some stuff to do early on. Oof. Well, Eighth of Isle deck is not a good start for our Drown in the Lochs, which we just drew a second one of. This is going to have to go as a Watery Grave, I think. Yeah, we're just going to get a Watery Grave, I think. I'm going to fetch now, I guess. Doesn't really make a difference. Right, Prince is going to scry them 2 here. I would assume, at least. A nice thing is with Prince now, this Kolaghan's Command gets to be a 2-for-1. I mean, almost always a 2-for-1, but you know what I mean. It's going to get to kill 2 relevant things on the table. Alright, that's a good draw. How'd they scry? 1 bottom, 1 top. So I'm going to go ahead and do this now, because I don't want them drawing whatever they scried at the top. Give her runes. Okay. This also makes our Drown in the Loch live. We're hoping they don't have a Leonin Arbiter, because that's going to be really awkward if they do. Alright, does not look like they do have one, which is great for us. Take 2. Oof, Thalia. Alright. Thalia possibly a reason to shock in the Steam Vents here. Yep. I mean, it's annoying, but like it's not the end of the world, right? Like they gotta take like Kolaghan's Command or something like that, something that doesn't matter too much. So we have this Drown in the Loch up. Depending on what they do, we're gonna Drown in the Loch this Thalia at the end of turn. But we are taking a big hit here. Actually, you know what? Maybe we're gonna Drown in the Loch at the end of the turn on the Tide Hollow. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and Spell Snare this. Unfortunately, I think that's just kind of where we have to be at right now. I think we're in an okay position here. We have this Snapcaster that they don't know about. So we're going to snap. We're going to block here. We're going to take 4. Flashback this Thought Scour. Now, we're not actually going to cast the Thought Scour till the end step. Just in case we do actually need to use the Drowning Lock. I mean, the Spell Snare, rather. Alright, so take 4. Go to 7 here. We get our Kolaghan's Command back. Alright, and we get to snare a second Sculler. We then get to untap with a Mystic Sanctuary. So, I am going to go ahead and destroy Artifact, deal 2 damage. Alright, we're going to play Sanctuary. I'm actually going to put the Kolaghan's Command back on top, because I actually don't mind drawing it next turn. Yep, and no search. Don't know why they didn't pop us off our black source. It's a little weird there to me. Also, no attack is equally as weird. I'm going to go ahead and pass the turn here. We have this Cryptic Command up, which I don't mind using. We also have a bunch of Drown Locks. Yep, I'm going to go ahead and take this 2. And if they just go to the end step, I'm just going to Kolaghan's Command, Shatter, or deal 2, and pick back up our Snapcaster. Yep. Alright, now we're going to draw for turn. Another Mystic Sanctuary. So if I'm being honest, I kind of don't want to put anything back on top of our decks. I kind of want to draw another land. You know what? Let's just go ahead and put the Thought Scour back on top. Yep. Alright. So now we have the Thought Scour back in our hand. Maybe that was wrong. Maybe we should have put the Kolaghan's Command back on top so we could snap Thought Scour there at the end of the turn. Yeah, I think that would have been better. Alright. Scour you. Nice. Gearhulk's a great one. Yep. Absolutely. Thank you. I was kind of missing lands. I was really missing some lands here. Alright, we draw a red source, which is kind of punishing for not tapping this. Woof, I guess. Yep, alright, we're going to pass turn here. Yep. Cycle the clearing. I think we might be at the part of the game now where counter return. Yeah, I really feel like we're at the part of the game now where we're just going to start looping cryptic commands and they're just never going to get to really do anything else. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep, drawing the lock. Nope. He resolves. Yep. Alright, draw Crypt Command, play the Sculling Tarn, and we'll pass. Now, depending on what they play, we're just going to Torrential Gearhulk during their turn with Kolaghan's command back, and yeah, we're just going to go ahead and Gearhulk. Target player discards a card. Target player discards a card, deal 2 damage, so both targets them. Alright, well. I think that's kind of the nail in the coffin here. Alright, I was going to say, we also have mana to Drown Lock and Cryptic Command in one turn here. Oh, well, that wasn't going to be a great draw for, but we were going to get more counter spells. To this point, it's like all we wanted, right? Alright, so they're a creature deck, which means these two are going to be interesting. They are an Eldrazi deck, which means that could be interesting, as well as these. Alright, so these are the cards I want. And these are the cards I don't really want in this matchup. Spell Snare is good. Forces don't seem too good. Drawing Lock acting as a removal spell on top of a counter spell seems great. This doesn't necessarily seem like a Vendilion Click matchup. I don't know how well these into the stories are going to be. So we have 4 cards we want to cut right away. And these are the 4 cards I think I want in the most. Then as far as these go, I think I want the rejections just because they do a Vial, and if we can't get Vial on one, then we probably aren't going to be rejecting anything for the rest of the game. Kind of same with Spell Snare, to be honest. I think I want to cut a Cryptic Command for a Damnation. Maybe that's fine. Alright, let's try that, I think. I don't know if this is good or not. I guess we're going to find out, though, right? Kind of the whole point here. So I think this hand's fine. If they don't have a Vial... Actually, this could even be good if they do have a Vial on one, because the odds are they're still going to play a turn 2 on 2. So we're going to keep this, actually. It's just better if they don't have a Vial on 1. Which they do, of course. Oh, no, they have a Giver. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Alright. We're going to lead on this, because it's very likely we're going to want to get a Steam Vents. Honestly, I think we're actually going to get an Island here for starters. But that's honestly not something I think I want to Spell Snare. I think I'd rather bolt this turn. Yeah. We're going to scry 2 here, most likely. Put 2 cards on top. Alright, let's just draw a Thoughtscour off the top here. Make life easy. Darn. Well, so much for life being easy, right? Alright, let's just have them play a Fallier or something here so we can Spell Snare it. Alright, taking 2. Uh-oh. Thought not here. Alright, well, we didn't counter the first one, but I think I'm going to counter the second one here. Just because it'll let us clear up the board. Yep. Do I want to Kolaghan's Command, or do I want to bolt this? Let's bolt him, and then let's just Kolaghan's Command discard. Yeah, I think we're going to Kolaghan's Command discard Shatter. This might be a little aggressive to do it this way. But if they go Thought-Knot or something like that, we have nothing in our hand left anymore. Ooh, no play. Nice. Alright, I'm going to leave the Polluted Delta. And we'll see what our opponent does. Alright. I'm not going to crack the Delta, I don't think. Alright, we're going to play a Tarn as well. I think end of turn we are going to fetch here, and I'm not going to grab another Sanctuary. But I mean, we'll see what they play. I mean, they probably have a bunch of removal in hand, right? Like, that's what it's got to be here. Blood Crypt. Go ahead and get another Steam Vents here. Even Mind Sensor, eh? Okay. You got me. Except you didn't. Yep. Yes. Milieu. Discard, kill. Yep. Alright, I mean, that could have been bad, but it didn't get us. Good old Aven Mind Sensor. Woof. Probably just have Batterskull left in their deck to grab here, which is pretty not good for us. Oh no, they have 4 Fire and Ice. Okay. Or Feast and Famine. Okay. Oh, I should play land. Don't be dumb, play land. Actually, yeah, I want to wait till they put it into play. I don't want to just do it for blind reasons. Alright. It's pretty good. I don't know what to name. I guess let's name Eldrazi? Alright, let's see what you got, opponent. Nothing. Wow. Huh. Sure. I like that. Yep, for 2 colors. Now, unfortunately, I can't pop it and snap Shatter, which is a problem. Come on, opponent, do it. Ugh. Sorry, it's fine. Alright. Blow it. Put it into play. Mm-hmm. Yep. This is another target creature. Okay. Yep, sword. Mm-hmm. Yep. My turn. Oh shit, we just drew one. That's even better. Mm-hmm. Take the trade. Didn't. Oh, they're gonna blink it out. Or not. Alright, let's destroy target artifact. Deal 2 damage. Mm-hmm. Alright. See what you got, opponent. See what you got. Batterskull resolves. I got a little too excited there. I got a little too excited. Sorry. I saw what was about to happen. I got too excited. I'm sorry. Discard destroy. I must apologize, friends. Oh my god, yes. I don't want you. I don't want you. Don't want you. Don't want you. Hold on, hold on. Okay, hold on. Joey, be smart. First you, then. I don't want you, you. We'll take a land here. I don't mind the Thought Scour or the Cold Guns command coming back to me. Yeah. Down to 5. Path. Okay, go score in your own land. Nice, nice touch. White. Sure, Flicker Wisp. Target. Please target a Plague Engineer, that'd be sweet. Sure, exile planes until the end of turn. Sure, Tidal Scholar. Nothing to take. Trigger. Alright, we're getting Lightning Bolt back. No, we're getting Thought Scour. Oh, I guess they're at 4, right? They're not going to give us Lightning Bolt back. When that literally kills them. That was dumb on my part. Alright, let's scour you. Alright, you get your planes back. Draw for turn. Alright. Yep, get it back. Not like it matters. Alright, and we'll be back for the next round in just a minute. Alrighty, here we are on the play for round number 2. This hand is fine, I think. I don't know which deck was mine again. Drown control, where are you at? Eesh, 24 lands. Alright, we'll keep it. I feel like the number of control hands I've kept with 2 lands and a cantrip and then ended up dying from not drawing lands is like unfairly large. Alright, let's... Oh, no. Stop doing what you're doing, Dex. Stop doing what you're doing. Alright, play the Creeping Target. Whoops. Almost skipped to our turn. Alright, Forest. No play. Alright, I like the Forest no play. Don't know what that means, but that's good for us, I think. Alright, less good, I think. Much less good. Very much less good, because this very likely means Valakut. Scour. Yep, this is definitely Valakut. Alright, let's draw that Surgical Extraction. Where's the Surgical Extraction when I need one? Sure. Fortunately, there's no avoiding this. Alright. That would have been nice to counter the Sakura Tribe Elder with. Yep, get a Forest. Yep, untap. Play your land. Play Scape Shift. Or not Scape Shift, Primal Titan. Spell Snare. Resolves. Let's go deal 2 discard. Just to use our mana here. Summer's Pact. Alright. It's a good draw. Not sure that's the card I want, though. Counter draw. Alright, well, that's a card. Two cards. Alright, search resolves. They're ramp spells that just go get them basics when they don't have Valakut in play, I don't care about. Almost at all. Alright, that's not a terrible one. Alright, we gotta stop it from happening because that does one of 2 things. It protects their Primal Titans from future Thought Scours. So they're through the Breach deck. Okay. It's good to know. Tapped. Also, we have one of their Valakuts gone, which is nice. Counter draw. It's a good one. It's an even better one. Alright, fetch. Mystic Sanctuary. Put the first cryptic command back. And this is why we countered the relic, because having the access to our graveyard at the moment wasn't super important, but now in the long run is incredibly important. If I force a negation this, next turn, let's just cryptic it. Counter draw. Alright. That's also a really good one here. It's going to let us take a look at their hand. Also puts a better clock on them. I'm going to actually counter target, return target permanent. Counter target spell, return target permanent. Yep. Look at your hand. See, there's an Emrakul. We do not take anything from you. Yep. Play your mountain. Yes. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Animate Tar Pit. Now we still have mana to cast Snap. Force Negation. For a second there I got scared. For a second there I got a little scared. Yep. Yep. That was a heck of a draw from our opponent there. That was a heck of a draw. Drawing their last through the breach. Very nice draw. Alright, let's go to game 2. Alright, so they're Breach Shift, which makes them very different than regular Scape Shift. We do want Dispel. I do believe we want that. We want Alpine Moon. I believe we also want our Surgicals here. So these 5 I want in. I do believe I'm going to want to take out all of these Fatal Pushes. I don't think they're going to be very good here. Spell Snare's fine. Surgical Extraction, of course, we're bringing more Surgicals in, so I don't want to take any out. I got to make 2 more cuts here. I kind of think we cut a Kolaghan's Command and maybe like a Tasigur. Command doesn't seem very good. And I mean, we're bringing in another creature to try and win the game with. So losing a Tasigur I don't think seems like too much of a cost here. Alright, let's do it. So Alpine Moon, of course, hits their Valakut. Valakut, whatever you want to call it. This is rough. This is really rough. Alright, I'm going to keep it because I know they put a lot of cards in the graveyard. Alright, they let on Valakut here, which is not exactly what we wanted to see. But it's not the end of the world either. This is going to be a watery grave we're going to go get, for sure. Explore. Yep, center button. Alright, so here's the problem. We really need to draw Alpine Moon. Because don't get me wrong, at the moment, we're not in any immediate danger of anything. Huh. That's an interesting addition to the deck. Alright. I mean, any excuse to play a Nissa I like, so... That's a surgical. That's not quite what we were hoping for here. Explore. So this would transform her, right? Right? So let's do this. So the problem here, though, is if they have another 2-cost spell, we do get blown out by doing this. Crap, we have to have this resolved, though, in order for us to kill her. You know what? It's fine. We can kill her in response to the trigger. Yeah. Alright, that felt fine. And bolt me. Sounds good. Do I want to play the island here? So let's think about how next turn's going to go. So next turn, I'm going to almost certainly field this. Let's play the Tar Pit. Let's play the Taft Line while I have a chance. We really need to dodge an actual Primeval Titan this turn. Surprise, did not dodge actual Primeval Titan this turn. Well, at least we're going to take those out of the bin, right? Alright, Emrakul Search. Oh, you know what? I think we're actually supposed to leave the Primeval Titan in the graveyard. Or the Valakut in the graveyard, so we can actually Torrential Gearhold drown the Primeval Titan. Yeah, that's wrong. We're supposed to totally leave that in the graveyard so we can actually drown the Primeval Titan. Alright, yeah, that's 100% wrong. Alright, here's to hoping that they decide to cast Search for Tomorrow for some reason. Through the breach, are you shitting me? Well, they right? They didn't pay the uncounterable mana? Yeah. Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's very unfortunate for them. Not tapping the Boseiju for the mana. I mean, not paying the Boseiju mana into it. Yep. Thank you. You've now made it so that my removal spells are live. Alright, yeah, we're going to surgical the primes. And again, unfortunately, we put the through the breaches in their in the exile zone, so we can't actually get the through the breaches. But they also do not have Emeralds anymore. Wait, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holy shit, they're actually really close to casting Emerald here, which is scary as hell. I'm actually going to surgical the Nissas. If you're asking why, mostly I don't know why actually. I don't have a good reason here. Oh crap, I should have activated this. Yeah, if I'm being truthful, I don't have a good reason. I just wanted to use it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Jesus. Yeah, they are almost at Emrakul mana, which is very scary. Alright, let's snap and let's Thought Scour again. I mean, again, keep in mind, we can't counter an Emrakul, and we can't counter the Through the Breach either anymore. And, like, again, we got lucky our opponent messed up that first time. But realistically, there's not much of a way our opponent's going to do that again. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, we got him next turn. So, that's good. It didn't... It mattered that they screwed up, but... we're not going to give them a chance to redeem themselves here. We're just going to end the game. That's unfortunate. Like, that's an issue with MTGO. Like, obviously, this is a paper. Like, obviously, our opponent would have just been like, oh, well, I'm casting it. Oh. I guess maybe I should tap for blue mana, right? Yep. Alright, now we close it out. Alright, we are 2-0. Deck feels really good. That match, again, we got a little lucky. I think this is a winnable match. I think the way our deck is built, we can win this game. I think we just got lucky. I think we had a couple lucky factors. We drew the surgicals on time. Deck feels really good. I'm really enjoying this way this deck is built. I enjoy these like into the story, Mystic Sanctuary style of control decks. I think they're really fun. they don't play Planeswalkers, so I kind of hate that. But at the same time, Planeswalkers don't do a lot usually. Not for a while at least. Like obviously, Jace over time will get you a lot of card advantage. Chandra can do the same thing and eventually win the game very easily. You know, I mean, Jace will win the game too, but Jace takes a lot longer to get to that point. You know, so they do a lot of that stuff. But this deck, it's full of answers. It's full of answers and ways to get to more answers. And then our win conditions are creatures that are using those answers as well. So I like it. We're going to play our next round, and we'll be back in just a moment. All right, round 3. Here we are on the play. I mean, so one thing I don't like about Tasker in this deck that I didn't mention until now is it fights with Drown Loch in our Thought Scour plan because we want to scour them. I'm going to keep this. It's still loose. I think this hand's probably... If we play against a non-creature deck, I think this hand's too bad to win, and I think we're going to drop game 1 against like a control deck here. Obviously, we hit runner lands. Maybe not, because we have Force into Cryptic. Alright, well, if we play against like Jund, I think we're also still in trouble. I'm going to repeat that statement. I definitely think we're in trouble if we play against Jund. I think Death Shadow is probably also bad for us. Although if their play is Green Source, Ren and 6, we might be in an okay spot. Eesh. At the same time, maybe not. Alright, we're going to pitch the Snapcaster Mage. Because we're just not playing the Snapcaster anytime soon. For any actual value. Another Fatal Push. Yeah. I think we're in trouble here. Because they're going to play Liliana. And the problem with Liliana here is... We can't even task her into her because she's going to be able to make us Edict him. Although, they're going to kill this Tarmogoyf this turn. Which I think is pretty big. And I'm actually going to fetch this too because I'm going to go ahead and play this Tasker, I think, next turn. Maybe I'm not. Yeah, I think I'm going to hold on to Tasker for a minute, actually. I think I'm going to hold Tasker. Because if they do go Liliana, I would like to go... Actually, I don't know. So I have to say, this is an awkward position for us to be in here. We're behind on cards and on... We're just behind. Like... Bloodbraid? Alright, Bloodbraid's pretty good here. Let's see what the cast get into. Alright, Tracker's fine. Tracker's not one that's too concerning here. Yep, I'm going to take 3 here from this. And I'm going to fetch this, grabbing a... Let me get a Blood Crypt, I guess. Tapped, and I'm going to Fatal Push with Revolt. The Tracker. Untap, draw, land. Draw a Thought Scour, which is pretty good, I guess. I'm going to test Seagray. Keeping 1 Fatal Push in our graveyard. Because Fatal Push is actually pretty good against what they have. It's against a lot of what they have. Obviously, like, Liliana here is bad for us. Abrupt Decay is bad. Or not Abrupt Decay. Maelstrom Pulse is bad. Alright, Inquisition. I'm going to go ahead and... Actually, I'm not going to do anything. Because if we draw something better, I don't want to lose it. And they're probably just going to take the Kolaghan's Command right here. So, they do in fact take Kolaghan's Command, which does suck, but it's okay. So, one thing I didn't think about that I probably should have thought about when I grabbed the Blood Crypt. If they attack, we're not blocking because they most likely have a Lightning Bolt. I'm not going to trade my Tasker for a Lightning Bolt and the Bloodbraid Elf. It represents a lot more value and use in this deck, or in this matchup. Alright, a Scavenging Ooze. If we hit a alright. I am actually going to eat this Liliana the Veil. I think a big part of me wanting to do this is so that okay, so their hand is about what I expected it to be. At least with the Lightning Bolt. Obviously, I thought Liliana was going to be in their hand too. So they have Bolt, Command, Push, and their deck is 3 Red and 6, 4 Blood Braids, 2 Trophy, 1 Decay. Wow, 3 Inquisition, huh? Okay, so their list is pretty stock, except they're playing 3 and 3 split of the discard spells. So that's pretty good. Okay. Alright, well, we got a Snapcaster, which doesn't do us any good here. Come on, eat something. Come on, opponent. Eat something. Use your mana efficiently. Eat something, please. Yep, they did. Now, obviously, they can Kolaghan's Command back and pick this back up. But we're going to get this off the table for now and force them to spend their Kolaghan's Command doing so. Which, honestly, we're in a bad spot here because we're very much incentivized not to block this Bloodbraid Elf because of that. Okay, push there. Alright, so I'm going to 6 here. I'm hoping they do not decide to Kolaghan's Command, discard, pick back up Scavenging Ooze. So if that's their play, we lose for sure. Well, guys, we don't lose for sure, but we're going to be in a really bad spot because that means we're going to lose our Tasker the next turn and we're going to take a big hit from Scavenging Ooze. Actually, Scavenging Ooze would just be lethal at that point. So yeah, just depending on what we draw, K command, discard, pick back up, Scavenging Ooze, pass turn. Give us 2 turns, I guess, to find something. And like, you gotta assume yep, there's the Cryptic Command. Oh, they dealt us 2 damage. Alright, well, this sucks. They have Lightning Bolt, 1 unknown. Obviously, like a trophy, we died to trophy. Which is a really bad feeling to die to an Assassin's Trophy here. We also died to Red and 6. And I have to block, like I don't get a choice here. Yep. So they have 2 unknown right now. I mean, they definitely finish off Tasker, right? Like, there's no way they're just going to pass. They're not going to finish him off. And if they had, like, a trophy or something like that, they would just killed us. Yep, here's the bolt. No. Interesting. Or are they just going to casually run in 6, bolt us? That'd be cool. that would be an awesome slow roll there. I guess they don't know. We might have Spell Snare, right? I guess that's a reasonable assumption, is we have Spell Snare. Oh, no, they're just going to kill us. Okay, cool. Yeah, they're just going to do something we actually just cannot beat. I like it. Crypt Command? Yeah, Crypt Command's not good enough. Yeah, so they bolt us to 1, and then... Well, I guess we're technically still not dead because we get to bolt the Bloodbraid. Yep, bolt us in the turn. Go to 1. So another thing I said about not drawing lands and dying to not drawing lands, that's exactly what happened here. Cool, make it real easy. Just actually kill us. I like it. Alright, let's see what we got. So against Jund, Damnation and Plague Engineer and EE sounds good. Taking out against them. Vendilion Click doesn't seem great. Kolgon's Command doesn't seem awesome either. Surgical Extraction seems okay, I guess, but I don't think that's really where we want to be at. I don't really have any other cuts I want to make. Maybe trim a Drown Loch for the because we're bringing in Damnation. Maybe that's fine. I don't know. Let's try it. Now, Plague Engineer isn't amazing, but Plague Engineer does help us deal with Tarmogoyf better. Not that we necessarily have a problem with that. But it blocks things well. It blocks Raging Ravine well. It allows us to deal with a lot of their other threats that we don't necessarily have great ways of dealing with all the time. Alright, well, barring a discard spell, this hand's pretty good, right? And even with a discard spell, this hand's probably fine. Because it has enough stuff in it. Like, the end of the story like kind of makes us a mulligan almost. Because we're obviously not casting this into the story for a very long time. Yep, discard spell. No surprise. But this end of the story, like, obviously it was just going to be fodder to pitch the Force Negation anyway. At some point, it's a pretty interesting choice here. I'm not sure what they're supposed to take. They take Drown Loch, which is kind of interesting. I'm wondering if they took it because it's our a turn 2 play, and they have another discard spell they want to play against us. All right, Goyf resolves. Push. Name Litergoyf. Now, yes, I'm very much so aware this means that they trade now instead of us killing it, or instead of it just beating us to death. But we have this Force Negation still to protect against the Liliana. Yeah. Alright, well, that's going to happen. I can't do anything about it, unfortunately. Now at this point, I think they're just going to take Cryptic Command, because Cryptic Command is just the best card in our hand, in general. Obviously, End of the Story is better later, drawing us a bunch of cards, and Force Negation has a lot of potential of countering their next play. But they're a deck that wants us to 2-for-1 ourselves, so leaving us the Force Negation is great. That's even better. If we're going to 2-for-1 ourselves, that's good for them. Alright, well, that's about the worst case scenario we could have had there. And we could have force pitched that, but if they have a Liliana to follow it up, we're just in so much trouble at this point that I don't know. I don't know how we beat a Liliana at this point. If we were to force pitching into the story against the Lightning Bolt. Yep, into this or Spell Snare. Something good. Technically speaking, that is a good card. And again, we are 100% into just blocking and trading here. It's the best we can ask for. Admittedly, I don't think that bringing Plug Engineer is necessarily the best choice. But I don't think we have a lot of great choices in this matter. I think we just need to have what we can that we think is good enough to beat them. So I'll take that trade. Yep. Come on, draw me something good, deck. Well, you are, in fact, technically something good. You are a creature that is going to be very difficult for our opponent to kill. Also, End of the Story is turned on now, so now we can cast it for 4 mana. Also, I'm at the point where I'm 100% willing to trade a Tassiger for a Scavenging Ooze and a Lightning Bolt in this game. So here's the choice. If I force pitching Into the Story, we keep our Tasker for at least a turn. But we're out of gas. Although if I do that, we go to 9, and then next turn we're going to spend our entire turn playing Into the Story. This is so bad. I don't... This is tough. Okay, I think we gotta let it happen. I don't like it, but I don't think we have a choice. I think the best I can hope for is next turn we Into the Story and find a Fatal Push and get the Scavenging Ooze off the table. That's a Damnation. I could just Damnation this turn, but I don't really want to do that. I think I'm just going to end this story here. Draw 4 cards. Alright, we do find a Fatal Push. This is actually great. I'm going to go ahead and kill this now. And then I'm going to grab Mystic Sanctuary and I'm going to put Into the Story back on top of the deck, I think. Tracker resolves. And you finally have the 4th land. Nice. Alright, we're going to fetch Mystic Sanctuary. Command back on top. Draw Cryptic Command. Alright, so if we can't Damnation and hold up Snap Push for this. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass the turn here. They miss land drops for quite a few turns, so I don't think it's necessarily 100% likely they have another land. Although if they do get to activate this Raging Ravine. But the thing is, if they activate Raging Ravine, then we're potentially live to trade the Snapcaster for the tracker as well. Which now that's not going to happen because they're drawing a card here instead. Tapped or untapped, opponent? Untapped. Okay. So if I snap, block Into the Story, okay. Yeah, let's snap, block Into the Story, hope it doesn't get killed. I guess even if our Snapcaster dies, like that doesn't really matter too much, right? Okay. This time I'm gonna counter it. If we lose the End of the Story and the Snapcaster Mage, we're in trouble. We could have just Cryptic Command and like counter bounced, I guess. Maybe that would have been better to Cryptic Command counter bounce the tracker. Yeah, maybe that's better. I don't know. It's tough to say. Blocks. Yep. Snapcaster dies. End of the Story. Draw 4 cards. Yep. Push. Yep. Alright, untap, draw. Plays tapped, and we'll pass turn. So that was nice. That was really, really lucky of us there. We basically drew into exactly what we needed. We have Snap answer to this. We also have Drown into the Loch. We've got a lot going for us here. Like, ideally, our opponent just activates this and starts attacking. Bloodbraid. Alright, let's see what it cascades into. Maelstrom Pulse with no targets. Nice. The best kind of Bloodbraid elves. Let's go counter. Did I put counter draw? I'm going to counter return target permanent. Yep. Alright, let's see. Draw for turn. It is mountain. Alright, sanctuary. Cryptic on top. Yep. Alright, now we got this Drown the Loch Snapcaster thing going on here. Yep, fetch, grab another land here. Stomping Ground tapped, cool. I mean, we're not out of the woods yet. Like, they have a lot of ways they could get us here. But we're definitely in a good spot. Okay, they played a land. Let's see what they got. Awesome. Just activating Rage Envy is great for us. I'm very happy about that. I am actually just going to Drown in the Locket. There's definitely an argument for putting the Snapcaster into play already and just starting to try and beat down with Snapcaster. But I think holding the Snapcaster back for another Cryptic Command or potentially another Drown in the Loch, I think is a little bit better. Alright, let's draw for turn here. Alright, command. That's great. Since we have another Snapcaster in the bin, that's perfect. Alright. This kind of situation is exactly why we didn't want to cut all of our Snapcaster mages. Alright, Peatland is good for them. It's going to give them a redraw. Alright, we're going to counter draw. Bolt you. Snap. Bolt. Surgical targeting my lightning bolts. Sure. Out of every single card to surgical, that is perfectly fine with me. I mean, unless they have a third surgical extraction in their hand, that really doesn't bother me too much. Yeah, because like, I get a command, return back this Snapcaster Mage, plus deal them 2 damage at worst. Alright, they're bolting my Snapcaster. That's perfectly fine by me. Let's go return and discard. Draw step. Snap. Return discard. What'd you draw? Alright. Game 3. After that game, maybe we do want to cut one into the story and bring back in this Drown the Loch. I don't know. Into the story there was really good. My problem with Drown the Loch is they can interact so well with it with their own scavenging ooze. I don't know. That game felt fine. Maybe we should just leave the deck the way it was. Like, the Plague Engineers weren't great, but at least they served a purpose, right? They were there to kill Tarmogoyfs, and that's what they did. Or, well, One of them did. The other ate a lightning bolt, but... Alright, I mean... Unfortunately, there's no way we can keep a one-lander here. Not against Jund. I think this hand's better. I'm going to actually put this into the story back. Yep, bye-bye Cryptic. Actually, they might take Lightning Bolt. I don't know. Let's just draw a Spell Snare and make this game very difficult for him. I don't know if Spell Snare actually would be enough to do that, actually, at this point. It's a really good start for our opponent. Which I know it's just like their default turn 1 play in like 90% of their deck, or their hand. Or hands. But still. They took the Lightning Bolt. Interesting. Yeah. They clearly were afraid, or they didn't want the Lightning Bolt for some reason, so... Not sure for what, but we're going to find out. Renin 6 goes up to 4, right? Yep, he goes up to 4. This game was already going to be hard. Now this game is going to be nearly impossible to win because we just don't have a way of getting this off the table. Which still makes me wonder why they took Lightning Bolt, but I guess they just were going to play this and weren't going to care about anything else we did for the rest of the game. I mean, it's not like Liliana here matters, or Lightning Bolt matters for Liliana here. Their hand's just doing what their hand does, right? Like, it's hard to beat. Yep. In fact, we just may not be able to beat it, to be honest. This might just be one of those matches that we just, or games that we just at this point fall apart at. Which is unfortunate because we are doing a lot of work here to fight into this game. Or fight into the last match, at least. I suppose technically next turn we can bolt this Liliana and then attack it down with Tar Pit. Assuming they don't do anything else, which the other thing that sucks is they're just going to pick up this Verdant Catacombs and keep discarding Verdant Catacombs. So now I'm going to go down cards here. And then I got to figure out how I'm going to deal with this Renin 6 the following turn. This is tough. Yep. What a shocker, they discard their Verdant Catacombs. This is a Blood Raid, I think we're done. Yeah. Jesus. Yeah. This is looking pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie, this is... I think it's looking about as bad as it can get. It certainly feels that way. Yeah, I'm gonna grab an island here. I'm just gonna try to kill this Liliana. We still got to deal with Ren and 6. We're going to take 4, 5, 6, 7 this turn. Yeah. I mean, they had a phenomenal start. Like, discard spell and Ren and 6 into Liliana into Bloodbraid. That is literally the way you draw it up. That is literally, like, if you could pick any hand you want in any draws, that's literally how you draw it up. There is, like, no other combination of cards you would rather see. Into second. Alright, yeah, we're going to move on. Alright, 2-1. We'll be back in just a minute for the final round. Jund's great. Like, Jund is, as far as I'm concerned, it is, if not the second best deck in the format, it is easily top 10 best decks in the format, without a doubt. And stuff like this is why. It's got so much power between discard spells, removal spells, powerful threats, and planeswalkers. I prefer being on that side of this. Anyway, guys, deck still feels really good. Game 2 was awesome. We really drugged that one out and found the way to get through the win. Yeah, we'll be back in just a minute for the final round. Alright, here we are for the fourth and final round on the play again. Alright, I mean, this hand's great. I wish we had, like, well, maybe one less crypt command and one more, like, something, but this is still great. Once upon a time. Alright, they're Tron. Yep. This is definitely a matchup that I am pretty sure we're in trouble against. Alright, we drew our best card in the matchup. We got this game won. It was clearly a joke, in case you weren't aware. Sylvan Scrying, we're countering. Yeah, we're countering Sylvan Scrying here. We got to buy ourselves as much time as we can. Trying to avoid them getting Tron. Well, I mean, technically that could avoid them from getting Tron. No, they just had it. Never mind, they just had it. Alright, let's hope they don't have a payoff yet. Let's hope that's what they're digging for still. Ooh, or a payoff that we can actually counter is great too. Love to see it. Sure, O-Stone's great. Obviously, we'd rather not seen the O-Stone, but like, what can we do, right? Sure, Ghost Quarter. Sure. Push. Yep, take 2. We're going to take 3. My mistake. That's smart on our opponent there. They have no other play this turn, so they turn their Walking Ballista into a give it a little extra damage. I like that a lot. That's really smart on our opponent's part there. All right, another draw on the Loch. At this point, we can counter pretty much everything they play for the next couple turns, as long as they don't start double spelling, obviously, because then we're just dead. But so they got 3 mana left. Go ahead and counter draw. Alright, we draw another Thought Scour here, which is nice in combination with this. 2 mana. Ballista for 1. Okay, nice. We actually can answer the Ballista again. Alright. And we're going to. I'm just going to kill the Ballista here. Again, we're just going to get pinged for 1 here. Bolt's then going to fizzle. I'm going to pass the turn. We're down to 2 cards. Alright, I'm going to counter the Great Creator here, hoping they're not baiting us with something better. But, I mean, I was going to say, at this point, they're so low on cards in hand. If their hand's just that stacked, it's going to be hard to do anything about it anyway. I'm going to play this tapped here. We're in a decent spot here. Alright, let's go. Counter target spell, draw a card. We draw another land, which is good for us. This also does actually represent something, because this means we can Gear Hulk Cryptic Command something next turn, which will most likely force them to O-Stone. Obviously, the problem here is they're drawing live to so many different cards. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to snap Bolt, because likely that's not going to be enough to push them into blowing this O-Stone yet. Ooh, that's a good draw. So this leaves us open to Torrential Gear Hulk countering their spell. But if they... are they really going to blow that now? Okay, that's... I mean, I don't know. That's weird. I guess maybe they're planning on playing something big next turn that they're going to be able to take advantage of. They want the O-Stone off the board for that. Into the story, draw 4 cards. Again, the fact they're like halfway through their deck almost is very scary for us. What do they got? Ghost Quartering their mine into a forest. Okay, once upon a time. Alright, they get Thought-Knots here. Which... oh, I should have bolted them in a turn. That was loose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, let's pass the turn here. So... they actually have 10 mana right now, right? Alright, I'm going to do this. Let's fetch... get Mystic Sanctuary. Put Cryptic Command back on top. And I'm going to go... Gear Hulk. And I think I'm going to go... Cryptic Command. Counter return target or counter draw card. I think. Alright, this is scary. Alright, Karn. Well, we can beat a Karn. Karn's not that bad. Yep, Karn can take off the Gear Hulk. I think that was wrong. I think our line there was wrong. I think we're supposed to put Into the Story back on top of our library there. Yeah, quite possibly. I think that's what we're supposed to do. Alright, let's start by bolting Karn. Let's go ahead and kill this. Grab the mountain out of our deck. And then let's go ahead and pass the turn here. Alright, let's go. Counter target spell, return target permanent. Bolt you. Draw something good. Spell snare. Alright. That's unfortunate. I'm going to put the end of the story back on top, actually. Yep. We're going to have to hope they draw a blank here. Or at least a blank we can beat. Oh. That may have just been an Ugin they drew, so... Oh, God, okay. Well... we go 1, 2, 3. Attacks. Down to 8. Oh, we're supposed to leave up a red source. I'm stupid. Yeah, that was bad. I'm supposed to leave up a red source there. Alright, Sanctuary. Turn Cryptic. Yep. Draw for turn. Draw Cryptic. Yep. I like Tar Pit because this is for this exact reason. Tar Pit's really good at clearing out the game. Star resolves. Because we don't know what their last card in their hand is, I'm not going to just counter their star. Because that's a great way to get Karned again and lose. I mean, we can count the cards in their graveyard and see what they have left. Alright, they have Tron again, which is a little scary, I'm not going to lie. Bolt you. Okay. Alrighty, so against Tron, I want Rejections. I want Alpine Moon. There's some weird kind of Tron mixed with Eldrazi stuff, so maybe we want Surgicals too. So Spell Snare doesn't look great here. I mean, there's Fatal... Well, so Fatal Push is awkward because they have Thought-Knot Seer in the main. So maybe we cut 2 and 1. And actually, maybe we cut into the story instead of one of the bolts. Trim our high end. Also, I think I like a threat like Vendilion Click better than I do like a Tassiger. Because Vendilion Click can come down and attack into them. Now, I don't know how many Eldrazi they're actually playing. We only saw Thought-Knots here. We need to see Reality Smashers. And again, I mean, we went through half their deck. So they look like mostly the typical Eldrazi deck you'd expect. Or typical Tron deck you'd expect, just playing main board Thought-Knots. As kind of a hedge since you're playing Once Upon a Time, I would imagine. That's why we're going to keep in some Fatal Pushes. That being said, I don't know if that's right. So we're going to try it like this, and we're going to see how it goes. But admittedly, this might not go well. Yeah. I'm going to mulligan, because this hand does nothing. Alright, well, this hand's okay. I mean, I just think Snapcaster goes bye-bye. Because, like, if we scour one of their Tron lands and then we surgical it, we're in a pretty decent spot, right? Like, I mean, that's not great, but that's, like, pretty good. If we haven't won the game, but we are very likely to be ahead. I am going to lead on Polluted Delta here. And I'm actually going to go ahead and go draw step since we know they drew an Urza's Mine. Watery Grave, scour them. Okay, we did not hit another mine, which is unfortunate. Now, obviously, if we had any Tron land, we would have just surgical it on the spot. But the hopes were that we would hit. Ooh. Dot's pretty good. Dot's pretty good right there. Alright, so they're going to search up a Tron land here, and they're going to play it. Alright, now what we're going to do this turn is we're going to go ahead and we're going to Ghost Quarter. Not Ghost Quarter, I'm sorry. Surgical. Alright, so they have Ballista, Power, Mine, Tusk, Karn, GC, Forest. And, I mean, other than that, their deck looks pretty much straight up like what we'd expect a Tron deck to look like, right? Just got a random Thought-Knot Seer in there. Ooh, they're only playing 3 forests. Interesting. Oh, they're playing 4. Oh, no, I'm dumb. They're playing 5 forests. I'm super dumb. Never mind. I'm like incredibly stupid. So I would not be surprised here at all to see a Karn, the Great Creator. Yeah, this is like really kind of. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I didn't mean to send it. Whatever. Whoopsie. All right, cool. They go Ballista. That's great for us. All right, I'm gonna grab a Steam Mints because this turns on our Sanctuary next turn, and Drown and Loch is already on. So now they got Power Plant, Tusk, Karn, and a Forest. Now here's the great thing. So if they just go Forest, Tusk, we get a counter it. Or Power Plant, Tusk. Doesn't matter. Okay. So also okay. See if they crack it in response. I doubt they will. Put it on top. Exile one from their own graveyard. All right. I mean, if we're going down that route, I don't know why we don't just like take your whole graveyard with you. So there's Tusk and Karn that we know about. Alright, let's see what they got. Alright, I gotta counter it. We can't beat two of them. Yep. Also, yep. Yep. Alright, please take down, opponent. I mean, this is definitely not what I wanted, but also not terrible. No, we don't quite have enough mana up to Cryptic as well. Yeah, unfortunately, we can't really do anything here. Stirrings, sure. Alright, Pithing Needle. Like, and here's the thing, like, we can't counter a Pithing Needle. We have to let it resolve. Because we can't afford to get beaten with a stupid Karn. We're going to name our Tar Pit here, which means Tar Pit can't attack. Which, I mean, at the moment, we weren't really going to be attacking with it anyway. We need to hold our defenses up to try and stop this Karn. Yep. Feels pretty bad that we very reasonably might still lose this game even through everything we've already gone through. I mean, they play the Relic, we gotta counter it, right? Yeah, alright. Well, now we'd have the mana to attack into this and still hold up Cryptic Command, but obviously we gotta counter this, and we can't deal... yeah. Like, it sucks being, like, imprisoned by this card's ability. This is certainly unfortunate. Yeah, we are going to take that Worm Coil because, quite frankly, I don't want him having a Worm Coil. We're going to get an Exile our Fatal Push, which is fine. This now means they're going to plus this Karn the Great Creator. I would assume with no targets. I could be wrong. They might animate this, but I would assume with no targets. Alright, map. See, here the problem is I don't even know what we could draw here that would actually be good. I almost want to block it, but I'm not going to. Yep. Coming to 4. Yeah, I don't know. We gotta draw something pretty good here this turn. Okay. Sure. All right, now they plus it with no targets. So here's the dinger, right? Like, yeah, they get attack, we block, they then minus this, go get whatever you call it, and then win the game. That's where we're at. Oh. Well, I see I was mistaken at how I thought this turn was going to go. Same effective result. Slightly different way of going about it, though. Yep. Kill it. Draw a card. Well, I mean, I guess the game is technically not over. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Nice. Drawing the lock. Yep. And we got a chump block. My turn. That's certainly not good for us, actually. Draw a step, and then we will surgical the Carns. Whew, we did catch him drawing 1. Nice. I mean, we're still in pretty bad shape here, but that's a good feeling knowing we caught him drawing a Karn. Wait, are there blisters in the graveyard? No, there's no blister. Okay, I was gonna say, oh crap, we should have actually been doing that one, but yeah, they're gonna activate this again. We're then gonna drown it. Yeah. I mean, yep. I mean, talk about hanging on by the slimmest possible edge. Like, I mean it. Like, the slimmest possible edge we could hang on to here. Uh-oh, they drew something. Yep, we can't beat that. We're just waiting for them to draw a ballista at this point because we had no way of beating a ballista. I still think we just leave it the same. I mean, not much we can do. They drew really well. We had a couple turns there where we just kind of didn't draw anything relevant. Still a great match, but just rough. Just very rough. Alrighty, here we are on the play for the final game of the final round here. We got a mulligan. Alright, I'm going to keep this, and we're going to put the island back. Unfortunately, it's just, like, this hand's okay. It's not great. Last game, honestly, I think what got us was really actually the relics. I think relic was the part that was, like, the hardest thing for us to deal with. Oh. Yeah. Speaking of frickin' relics. Yep, I screwed up. We're supposed to fetch our lands here in response to that. Also a smart decision. There's that. So, I think, unfortunately, I need to hold the Ceremonious Rejection in case they have Tron next turn. Yep, cycle green. I can go squatter. I think you discard Shatter here. Now, this could get them to Ghost Quarter our Field of Ruin, which if that's what happens, that's fine. Obviously, it's not what we want, because we want to get rid of hit one of their lands with this, but given the circumstances, it's the best we can ask for. Okay. Well, that's super sweet. Island. Yeah, I mean, let's see what our opponent's got here. Are they going to crack just the whole graveyard? They're going to get himself. Okay. Alright. This forces them to crack this. That's fine with us. Yep. Obviously, that's not what we wanted, but it's better than nothing. Fuck, they had another one. I stand corrected. That's terrible. This whole situation just sucks. I'm not putting it on top. Sure. I wasn't putting anything on top anyway there. The idea of actually like trying to do anything with that just feels so terrible. I think I've decided when we play Tron, we're just gonna cut literally all of our drowned locks. The card just seems terrible. Sure. I mean, again, we can't stop it, so yeah, this game's gotten way out of our hands. It's the relics. We just can't beat relic. Like at this point, that's honestly the card we just cannot beat. Which is incredibly sad to say. But I really don't think we can beat Relic. It's that powerful of a card. Alright, let's hope they don't draw something here that kills us. Or that kills our Tasker even. Let me guess. Yep. Ugin. Oh, or Ulamog, I mean, is what I meant, but they already had no mana for Ulamog. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Sure, Wurmcoil is fine. Sure, Crown of Great Creator is fine. Sure, Plussing it's fine. Alright, let's see what we got, opponent. Yeah, exile a card from your graveyard. Cool. Come on. Yeah, let's counter draw. Shoot. Yep. Lattice. Yeah, I guess we shouldn't have counted that, right? Our opponent missed last game where they could have beat us and just locked us out with the Lattice right away, so I kind of was counting on them to screw that up. But they didn't. Alright. Well, we went 2-2 in the matches, 2-3 in the league. I mean, the deck feels really good. That last match just didn't... I don't know. Tron's a tough matchup, right? Like, no matter what we look at it as, we're the kind of deck that just doesn't beat Tron very easily. Honestly, though, the deck felt really good. It was a lot of fun. End of the story was sweet. Tasker was okay. Honestly, Tasker was better than I expected. I thought he was going to be really bad, but he's okay. I don't mind Tasker. I think it's definitely a card to consider. Gearhulk was cool. Gearhulk definitely is the kind of card though that's like the 5th Snapcaster Mage and incentivized to play it because you end the game faster. Force Negation, of course, awesome. Cryptic's great. Drown the Loch was good except against Tron. Pushes, bolts. Everything else was really, really good. I like it. Sideboard, I wish I had more Alpine Moons. Maybe I should have mulliganed more aggressively towards the moon, but even that being said, them having Tron's not what really beat us. It's everything around it. Card of the Great Creator, I think, is the worst card that was printed for Tron or into Tron because it's so powerful. Like on its own, it's incredibly powerful. It's miserable to play against. Obviously, there's plenty of times where it's just bad. It's just a card that doesn't do much. Like you don't have very many good targets to go wish for, and it's not winning you the game. But in the situations where that's not the case, the card is just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And yeah, I don't know. Not very fun to play against, but it's good. Tron's good. I kind of honestly hope we were going to play against Burn to try out the brutalities and try out our sideboard plan. But everything else, honestly, I like. The Vendilion Click's kind of weird. Like I said, I kind of would like more Alpine Moons. The only thing in the main board I would consider changing is, again, 2 Taskers might be too much, even though he felt pretty good. I would still try another league with the 2 Taskers just to see how it feels, but also cut the Surgical Extraction. Like, the Extraction felt a little wonky. I don't know about it. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, go and hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Someone commented about liking Grixis and Pioneer, even though it's not modern, and I kind of felt like, well, we haven't played. Well, I want to play some Grixis in modern. I wanted to play this Drown the Loch version of Grixis for a while, but I hadn't gotten a chance to because we've been playing Pioneer and we've been doing all this other stuff. So yeah, tomorrow, of course, is going to be another learning how to play. We play Gift Storm. I'm excited about that. I'm going to play it through a league. If we do half as well as we did during the first video, I'm going to be super excited. I think it was a lot of fun. Yeah. Anyway, let me know what you guys think of this deck in the comments below. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy the video.